A lawyer from BG firmly asserts that the examination of his lyrics by the legal system constitutes a violation of his First Amendment rights. Greetings, everyone. Today's video centers around the renowned rapper BG, or Christopher Dorsey, who is currently under scrutiny for the content of his lyrics while being on supervised release from prison. Prosecutors are expressing concerns regarding Dorsey's associations with convicted felons, as well as his lyrics that seem to glorify a criminal lifestyle. Despite the arguments put forth by his legal team, prosecutors are pushing for stricter limitations on Dorsey's activities. In an effort to address these concerns, Dorsey has agreed to have his lyrics monitored, and a hearing has been scheduled for the month of June. It is worth noting that Dorsey's attorneys are asserting that he has undergone positive changes and is actively involved in community service through various non-profit organizations. Now, without any further delay, let us delve into our discussion. Prosecutors have stated that the rapper BG, who performed alongside other artists with previous felony convictions while on supervised release from custody, is now safe from the possibility of going back to federal prison. According to recent court filings, a federal judge is ready to closely examine every lyric written by the musician Christopher Dorsey, who legally goes by that name since his release from prison on gun charges. The purpose of this scrutiny is to assess whether Dorsey is making sufficient efforts to reintegrate into society as a responsible and law-abiding citizen, potentially leading to adjustments in his supervised release conditions. The recent legal complications surrounding the creator of the iconic late 1990s hit Bling Bling have sparked a discussion in certain circles regarding the delicate balance between an American musician's constitutional right to freedom of expression and the authorities' responsibility to enforce the specific terms of his supervised release program, while also considering his financial livelihood. Despite the condemnation from influential figures in the music industry, including Jay-Z, Megan Thee Stallion, Coldplay, and Christina Aguilera, prosecutors in US criminal courts continue to utilize rap lyrics as evidence, a method that is widely regarded as racially biased. In March, a federal probation officer made a successful request to have Dorsey apprehended due to accusations of performing without the required authorization at a concert in his current residence of Las Vegas, Nevada. This performance was alongside fellow rapper Lil Boosie. Additionally, the probation officer claimed that Dorsey had neglected to obtain the necessary permission to release an album in collaboration with the Grammy-nominated rapper Gucci Mane. According to officials, individuals on supervised release are typically obligated to avoid unnecessary association with individuals who have previous felony convictions, along with other stipulations. Dorsey's legal representatives later argued that the individuals responsible for overseeing him during his time at a halfway house had given him the necessary authorization for the specific task at hand. Following his arrest, Dorsey was released on his own recognizance, with the condition that he appear in court in his hometown of New Orleans in April to address the charges against him. However, prosecutors have recently argued that, despite the permissions mentioned by his legal team, Dorsey has breached the conditions of his supervised release by engaging in unauthorized relationships with individuals who have prior felony convictions. Both Lil Boosie and Gucci Mane, known as Torrance Hatch Jr. and Radrick Davis in the eyes of the law, have previous felony convictions on their records. According to documents dated the 13th of May, prosecutors claim that Dorsey's actions during his supervised release were actually hindering his supposed objective of rehabilitation. Critics highlight Dorsey's more recent lyrics, supposedly glorifying the release of Telly Hankton and Walter Mooney Porter, infamous individuals in New Orleans. Both were convicted in a racketeering case involving drug dealing, gang violence, and multiple murders, resulting in life imprisonment for each of them. About 45 seconds into a song called The Comeback Kid, Dorsey can be heard singing about Free Telly and Mooney receiving life sentences in that particular establishment. Prosecutors have raised concerns about a recently identified Dorsey song titled Same Gangster. According to prosecutors, it seems that Mr. Dorsey is reverting back to the same way of life that resulted in his lengthy imprisonment. They pointed out that the 43-year-old has been involved in the music industry as a skilled rap artist since he was just 13 years old. Regrettably, Mr. Dorsey has chosen to utilize his talents to celebrate and promote the aggressive and unlawful gangster lifestyle. While the prosecutors overseeing Dorsey's case have expressed their belief that it is unnecessary to revoke his supervised release or send him back to prison, they have requested that Judge Susie Morgan in New Orleans provide clarification that Dorsey should refrain from collaborating with individuals who have prior felony convictions, unless specifically authorized to do so. In addition, Morgan is being asked to provide clarification regarding the requirement for Dorsey to seek court approval in order to engage in self-employment and to travel beyond the boundaries of Las Vegas. According to records, Morgan granted the prosecutor's plea for Dorsey to submit all of his existing and future song lyrics while under supervised release in order to monitor his work. The government has assured that they will take precautions to prevent any copyright violations. Dorsey has been given until Tuesday to hand over his most recent lyrics, and a hearing is tentatively set for the 18th of June. On Tuesday, Dorsey's legal team submitted the requested lyrics in a sealed document, expressing their belief that compelling him to comply infringed upon his constitutional right to freedom of speech. Furthermore, they contended that Dorsey's eligibility for adjusted terms of supervised release should be questioned, as he is undeniably an asset to the community and has undergone significant positive transformation. According to the document, Dorsey has secured a position at the Emerald Dream Foundation, a non-profit organization committed to offering aid and knowledge to individuals in need. Additionally, Dorsey has been actively involved with Hope for Prisoners, an organization that offers social assistance to individuals who were previously incarcerated, including Dorsey himself. The attorneys representing the lyricist argued that, despite the government's claims, Mr. Dorsey has demonstrated a genuine commitment to his rehabilitation and the conditions of his supervised release. Dorsey, also known as BG or Baby Gangster, was a member of the Hot Boys, a rap group signed to Cash Money Records alongside Lil Wayne and Juvenile, both hailing from New Orleans. In 1999, one of their albums achieved a remarkable feat, entering the top 5 on the prestigious Billboard 200 chart and eventually reaching platinum status. During the same year, Dorsey's iconic single Bling Bling reached number 36 on the Billboard Hot 100, captivating fans with the Hot Boys' lyrical portrayal of their struggle to survive through illicit street drug trade, their fierce protection of their business, and their indulgence in luxuries like jewelry and flashy cars as a reward for their endeavors. After admitting to unlawfully possessing a firearm during a traffic stop in 2009, among other associated offences, Dorsey was sentenced to 14 years in prison in July 2012. In the autumn of 2023, Dorsey found himself relocated to a halfway house. Then, on January 24th, his sentence was diminished to account for the time he had already spent behind bars. As of February 1st, he commenced a 2-year span of abiding by federal oversight, but no longer within the confines of the halfway house. The arrest in March created uncertainty among music fans who held on to the hope of a possible reunion and collective performance by the Hot Boys in the near future. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.